Howdy, y'all. Welcome to Cheap Comic Collector. Today we's gonna be looking at some Kid Coat Outlaws. And then after that, we'll get into a little bit of WhatNot. A little bit of WhatNot box. But today's episode is number 335. And let's get started. Yeah. Alright guys, welcome to Cheap Comic Collector. It is Kid Coat Outlaw. This is number 172 and 167. I guess we'll start with the older one, 167. And these are cool. I love old Marvel Westerns ever since I was a kid. When my brothers didn't want me reading their comics, this is what they mostly had, were Marvel Westerns, Charlton Westerns, like Billy the Kid. And just good stuff. One thing you do if you read too many of them, you realize how formula based they are, and that comes to the forefront in one of these issues because of basically it's there's like 2 or 3 of these stories that end exactly the same way. And these were reprints. I believe they were doing reprints at this point. This one's got some stains on it, but that's all right. These are from my own collection, so these won't be in the claim sale like the WhatNot stuff will be. But first one, Trapped in the Haunted Mine. We got Kid Colt Outlaw on the Run from the Posse. It's by Stan Lee and Jack Keller. And he dives his horse off a cliff into the water down below, just like John Wayne. And they come out, and then they go to this town called Haunted Mine. And it's a dead end. He's trapped. But there's a mine there that's supposed to be haunted. But there's actually a outlaw gang that everybody's looking for hanging out in there, hiding out. And so he captures them. So the sheriff, even though the sheriff's got him dead to rights, cornered, the sheriff lets him go because he captured this outlaw game for him. And it ends with the kid saying he'll never forget the sheriff for letting him go. And then the next one, also by Jack Keller and probably Stan Lee, it's called Six Gun Palaver. And there's this young whippersnapper. He's trying to make a rep, and is trying to force the Two Gun into a fight, and a gunfight. And so two kids, like, he sees him following him, so he's trying to get away from him just so he doesn't have to fight him. And of course he thinks he's Yeller because he's running. And and then a gang gets the drop on the kid that wants to fight, and but Two Gun sees it and turns around and saves him. And of course the young whippersnapper will be like, I promise, kid, I won't be forgetting your help, not so long as I live. So pretty much ends the exact same way as the first story, with somebody promising to, I'll never forget you. Got a terrific 10 ad for Saturday mornings on NBC. You got Pink Panther, Underdog, Jetsons, Hound Cats, Roman Holidays, The Barclays, Sea Lab 2020, Around the World in 80 Days, Talking with a Giant, something called a Runaround. I don't know what that is, but it says it's got Paul Winchell and Jerry Mahoney on it. And there's a short story called The Moonlight Rustlers. This isn't a Two Gun Kid story. This is all just but it's a Western. And let's see if I can remember what this one was about. This one had a little bit more of a story to it. Oh, that's right. About two brothers. These are two brothers fighting. One wants to go outlaw, one doesn't. and so they split up, and one becomes an outlaw, one doesn't, and then they meet up again years later, where the outlaw's with a rustling gang, and so his brother ends up getting shot, and by the rustling gang. So he takes his, he stands with his brother to hold him off, and then he gets shot and dies basically, and which leaves the brother that had gone straight with his gal, and of course they'll always remember him as long as they live. So again, ends exactly the same way, and these are all from I think these were mostly Western Gunfighters reprints from that series. Last one, Pursuit in the Desert, Stan Lee and Jack Keller, and let's see. Oh yeah, Kid Colt's being chased again by a sheriff and a deputy, and out in the desert, and they're gonna catch up with him, and the sheriff's horse takes a tumble in a gopher hole, and his canteen's busted, and they're way out in the desert somewhere there, so there ain't no water. So Kid Colt turns around to help him, give him water, and save him. The deputy's trying to get the drop on him, and taking him in even, and of course the sheriff lets him go, and this one doesn't end with them saying they'll remember him as long as they live, but it kind of ends the same way, where the sheriff lets him go for helping him, and so very formula based, kind of cool. Chop Seigel's Rip Rider set here from Mattel. And 172, it's more of the same. This one's by Gary Friedrich, and it says the whole bullpen artists drew this one, so it's hard to say who did what, but I remember reading where they would sometimes they just, when people stopped in at the office, they just have them, put them to work and have them working on stuff. So it could be true that's what happened. And anyway, the kid's going into town. Everybody's recognizing him and scared of him. Meanwhile, there's a prison break going on. They're forcing this other prisoner to go with them because he knows where the loot is, but he promised his sister he would go straight, and he doesn't want to go. And then his sister asks Kid Colt to help him because she finds out that he escaped and he wasn't supposed to, and so on and so forth. So the kid helps out a little bit and tumbles around with the owl hoots, and they recover the loot from the bank robbery, and of course, she's going to remember him as long as she lives. And then there's a story called When Drago Came to Town. Drago. So yeah, they're all scared because this Sombra here, he sees the Drago coming to town. He's an outlaw. He's figured all over the West, and so they're scared. They're getting all the posses together, getting all the deputies together, deputizing everybody in town, and the guy rides in, and the two kids here, they're thinking this guy's just the greatest because everybody's scared of him, and so he rides into town, and they're all set to fight him, and he gives up. He surrenders. He just don't want to be a bad guy anymore because he's tired of being chased and hunted. So that was kind of a cool story. And that was it. So good stuff, good reading, and thanks for taking the time to watch that little bit. Because you did, I'm going to remember you for as long as I live. All right, let me get these put away here, and we'll get into some WhatNot. WhatNot. I need a WhatNot song. Easy. I need a WhatNot song. Get on it. All right, let's see what we got. From WhatNot. What we got from WhatNot is 63 comics, coming in at 47 cents a piece. And that's quite a few. Let's see what we got here. Well, I'm just gonna, I'll set these down here and do a couple at a time here. All right. Let's see. We got some Earth 2 World's End comics. We got number 5. Looks like a Green Lantern issue. And number 6. Even the Flash can't outrace famine. And then number 7. I should keep these in order if I can here. Looks like everybody's fighting. Fighting an army of supermen. Number 8. And don't I have these? I went through these in what am I reading episode, I think. Number 9. Mr. Miracle. But I didn't have the whole series, so number 10. And I had mixed feelings about this series, but these are some awesome covers. Number 11. Darkseid's got a Mr. Miracle on his back. Darkseid. Slipping into my old habits. Darkseid. Here's number 12, where they started making weird covers. Number 13. And here's a little who's who for y'all. Number 1, from Abel to Oron. Got a lot of good characters in there. And these appear to be in pretty decent shape. I think I've got this whole series, so I'm not, I don't think I'm looking to fill any, but I may need an upgrade or two. I'm not sure. There's number 2, from Automan to Black Hawk Plain and Island. All those great George Perez covers where he draws everybody. Black Lightning to Biff. And number 3. Number 4. Kane to Chris KL99. Number 5, Kronos to Cyclotron. Number 6, Daily Planet to Dr. Polaris. Number 7, Dr. Psycho to Fastback. Number 8, Fatal 5 to Gargwax. Number 9, Garn Danuth to Guardians of the Universe. Nice set in here. I wonder if they're all in here. I'm missing number 10. There's 11. Icicle to Johnny Thunder. And 13. Krona to Losers. 15, Matrix Prime to Mr. Takitani. These are so cool. It's too bad there's some missing there. And just a couple more issues. We got number 16, Mr. Terrific to Nightmaster. Wow, that's a clean copy. That's really white. Very nice. All these great Perez covers where he drew everybody in the entire DC universe. And then here's Update 1988, number 4. You got Ultra Humanite to Zuggernaut, and then supporting characters Abby Cable to Wade Eiling. And then you got a 3-page appendix with a bunch of other characters listed. Very cool stuff. And that's the end of those. So we're going to actually move this out of the way so we can get going 2 at a time here again. Ninjutsu, number 2, The Art of the Ninja. Let's see what that is. It's from Solson Publications, and it's got some spine, quite a bit of spine wear. News and neat stuff from Solson, the comics company that dares to be daring. So, Ninjutsu, Art of the Ninja, number 2 from 1986. And, all right. So this is actually lessons in self-defense. That seems dangerous to teach yourself martial arts from what is basically a comic book, but okay. All right, so that's different. Not what I was expecting, obviously. And we have the Avengers, number 211. Wow. That's cool. You know what? I was going to take this sticker off, but it just kind of fell off. And I actually think I'm just going to put that in a bigger bag because that's a really nice looking copy. Oh, it's got some wear down here. All right. Yeah, there's a cover crease here, and there's some wrinkling going on here, like it had water exposure or something, just a little bit on the corner. But other than that, that's a really white cover and in pretty decent shape. Avengers Assemble. There must be, yes, the old order changeth. Oh, I used to have this one, I think. They had all these different people show up at the mansion because they trying to form a new team of Avengers. There's a Moon Knight. Very cool. Yeah, I'm gonna put that one in a board and plastic. Maybe. I swear, sometimes these things are awful hard to get in there. There it goes. But yeah, that's in. Well, this bag's got a sticker on it. But that is in nice shape. And I'm just going to throw this bag. This is nasty. Oh, here's another one. Marvel 2-in-1, number 12. This one. Not sure what's going on with these tags. It looks like they've actually put into the inside of the bag. They are. Huh. Must have had a problem with people trying to change prices on them or something. So this one's pretty beat up. This is Marvel 2-in-1, number 12. Thing and Iron Man. This corner is about ready to fall off. This one down here is dog-eared over. It's got multiple. Yeah, it's just really beat. The spine is in bad shape. It's falling apart. It's not even attached to the cover. So, all right. Well, written by Boisterous Bill Matlow, penciled by Rampaging Ron Wilson, and inked by Valiant Vinnie Coletta. We got Thing and Iron Man back in 1975, I think. And they're fighting Prester John. And the Human Torch shows up. Oh, that's cool. It is clobbering time. That's one of the cool things that they used to do sometimes in the Marvel. You know, you'd be going through, and then the panels are great, the story's great, it's moving all along, and then all of a sudden they just throw one of these in the middle of the book, you know, and just be like, oh, look at that, you know. Very cool. But yeah, this one's definitely seen better days. I'm not even going to bother to put it in a better bag at this point. I mean, I will if somebody buys it, but that's really rough. All right, what else we got? Iron Man 72. And this one's rough too. Got many, many, many spine ticks that I can feel. This is falling apart back here as well. It's got rips right along here. But Iron Man 72. Extra, the maddening menace of the Black Llama. Whiplash, the Melter, Manbull. Together you can call them Death Squad. By Mike Friedrich, George Tuska, and Vince Coletta. Looks like they're having a party at the Avengers Mansion. Or something. Can't quite tell what's going on there. And another Iron Man. This one's 119. This one was 72. That's pretty early. And 119 again. There's an actual rip right here. It looks like it goes through the whole spine of the entire book. And this is no UPC code, so I guess it was early direct edition. 119, 35-cent cover. David Michelini on plot. John Romita Jr. doing pencils. Bob Layton finishing the art and finishing the plot. Spider car. I used to have a remote control spider mobile when I was a kid. That was fun. One of the few modern style toys that I got when I was a child. Wonder whatever happened to all that stuff. Next up, we have Fantastic Four Special Edition number 1. Submariner versus the Human Race, representing the classic tale by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Plus additional art and story by John Byrne. All right. It's going to be a long episode if I keep opening these things up. But I want to see what the additional story is. So it gives you the original cover from whatever that would have been, number, I want to say 4, but I don't know if that's right. 4, 6, somewhere around there is what I'm thinking. But I could be wrong. So we got a lot. Oh, that looked like it might be John Byrne. Wait a minute. No, I don't think so. Oh, we got some pinup pages. And these look like John Byrne. So I guess he just added some pinup pages, maybe. Advertisement for the Doctor Strange graphic novel. That's cool. Oh, well, awesome stuff there. Let's see what else we got. Speaking of John Byrne, we have Batman and Captain America by John Byrne. In a square bound. They considered it an Elseworld story, I guess. But yeah, this was a nice Joker there. I don't know if I've ever seen a John Byrne Joker before. That looks cool. So I think I read this at one point. I'm not sure. I was certainly aware of it. So you got Joker and Red Skull against Batman and Captain America. Awesome. Very cool. Kazar, number 3 from 1997. Detective Comics 703. Got several spine ticks there. The Batman Chronicles, Where Evil Lurks. This is number 9. The cover, I don't know if it's a variant cover or not, but it's laid out like it's a movie poster. Oh, that's cool. Wolverine, number 105 from 1996. Invincible Iron Man, number 6 from 97. G.I. Joe, he's a real American hero. Number 7 from the Image run. Looking for a year, 2002. Trouble with Girls, number 2 from the Epic line. Another square-bound Batman versus Predator, number 2 of 3. Got a little corner wear down here at the bottom, but other than that, it looks really nice. Oh, I remember this. I think we've looked at this before. All right, a lot of pinups in here, but there is a story. Cool. Prophet, number 2 from Image. Marvel Super Action, number 25, reprinting an Avengers story. This is pretty beat up. This spine is in rough shape. Originally presented in Avengers 94 or 64. Can't quite see that. I think that's 64. Oh, wow. Look there. Marvel, when they were in their growth mode in the 60s and 70s, they were really good about reprinting their stuff so people could find it and catch up if they were new to the Marveldom. Uncanny X-Men 273, Jim Lee cover. This one has got some wear. Looks like Jim Lee did the art inside as well. Chris Claremont. Oh, a lot of artists in here. Never mind. Will Spartatio, Klaus Janson, John Byrne, Rick Leonardi, Mark Silvestri, Michael Golden, Larry Stroman, and Jim Lee were all pencilers on this issue. That's crazy. Spider-Man number 18. Side by side with Ghost Rider, Revenge of the Sinister Six, Part 1. And for just being in here loose, this looks like it's in really nice shape. It's funny how you can get the same box and it's got some tanning on the white pages you can see here. But it's funny how you can get this stuff in the same box, probably from the same collection, and it goes from really nice looking to completely beat to hell. But my collection would be the same way, I guess, if somebody was to go through it. Silver Sable in the Wild Pack number 1. Nice silver embossed cover. It does look like there might be some wear on the logo where the embossment is, like it was rubbing on the bag or on other comics or something. And same thing on the body of Silver Sable too. I guess there's some wear. It was rubbing against something. I remember buying quite a few of these when they came out. One of the few 90s series that I was actually reading. Oh, what's this one? Sex in the Cinema, adults only. Nya, 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 nya. All right, let me take this one off screen a little bit. See what I can show you, if anything. 1992 it's from. It's in black and white. And yeah, it's definitely adult material. I will show you. Well, maybe I won't. It's just pretty suggestive artwork in that one. Batman Aliens, another square bound crossover. This one's got some major spine ticks in here, in the middle, and this corner's beat up. But still, basically a trade paperback of story by Ron Mars, art by Bernie Wrightson. So cool, Batman, Bernie Wrightson art. Look at him fighting that croc. Nice. And they find a spaceship. Where's the aliens? Come on. Give me an alien. Oh, come on. What are you doing? Saving on special effects? There we go. That looks cool too. Vampire's Kiss. Adult Horror by Barry Blair. Adults only. This comic is not to be sold to anyone under 18 years old. Bianca's Revenge from Aircell Comics, number 1 of 4. And one of those retroactive Batman titles. This one's the 90s Batman, retroactive 90s Batman, however the order goes of the words for the title. This wasn't one shot. They did different ones for different heroes, and they would do like a 70s one, an 80s one, a 90s one, stuff like that. So you get a new story plus a bonus classic tale from the 90s. And this was, when these came out. This is from 2011, so I don't know how classic a 90s tale could be considered when it's only like, well, I guess it would have been almost 20 years already. Geez, that's hard to believe. Pretty cool. And oh, here's the 1970s Batman one. So that's cool. Got two of those. Terror times 3, an all new adventure. Len Wein and Tom Mandrake, plus a classic tale from the 70s. And I don't know who this guy is, but he looks cool. There they are. The Terrible Trio. The Vulture is that guy's name. This is the Fox, the Shark, and the Vulture. So, another Shark Week cover. I swear these are coming in like every day. I get a Shark Week cover. I really like the way that Vulture looks and is drawn in here. He's pretty cool. Nice. Oh, another retroactive. This one is the 1990s Flash issue. So we get a new story with lots of speedsters, it looks like, in the front panel. And there's a lot of speedsters in the reprinted story in the back. Nice. Master of Kung Fu 108. This one's rough. Got some, not real bad, but it's got roughness, and it's been yellowed, as you can see. But I don't get many of the Master Kung Fu's coming through. I think I have a few more coming that I may have gotten, but usually I get outbid. They're popular. If they start throwing older books like this in a box, then a lot of times I miss out. So we got a few more to go here. Wow, some good stuff in this box too. Detective Comics 878, The Villainy of Tiger Shark. Detective Comics number 877. $8.76, Hungry City. $8.75. I guess this is a run. I should be trying to put these in order here. They all have a Batman Incorporated logo, or at least these first three. You have a Batman Incorporated logo up in the corner. I don't know if that's an indication of what that's an indication of exactly, but and here we have it says it's a near mint copy of Thor number 2, second printing cover from 2007. Boy, they put a great big honking label on those, didn't they? Oh, there's 2 copies. And here's number 3. Same thing, near mint. But it doesn't say anything about a second printing or anything, so I guess that's just a regular issue. 2 copies of that. 2 copies of this one. This is also number 3, but a B cover, it says. So these are a variant. Yeah, variant edition, it says down here. And there's number 4, variant cover. That was pretty cool. Number 9. And these are all marked as near mint. I certainly don't see anything wrong with them. And Infinity Warriors 3. It says this one is in fine condition. Which makes me wonder why, because I don't really see anything wrong. So why are these near mint? Why is this fine? I don't want to, the bag opens here across this label, and I don't want to rip this label all up and everything at this point in time anyway. So I guess there is maybe some, like some of that wrinkling I was talking about across the cover. But I don't think that's, I mean, you can't see it, you know, unless you're really like holding it at an angle and looking at it. So I don't know if that's why they marked it as a fine rather than a near mint. Let me take a look at the near mints. Yeah, these seem to all be perfectly flat. So, but again, I think that would have been just the printing process. So I don't know. I don't know that should count against it. But anyway, that was the last issue. Thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate you being here. Please like and subscribe. And tomorrow we will do it again. Another WhatNot box. See you then.